Hello folks, Fuzz here, welcome back to Dragon Quest XI, and we're going to pick up exactly where we left off in the last episode, which is where we saved at the church here, in Heliodor, in the city once more. So we're having to sneak around at the moment, we don't really want to get caught, so we're going to have to try and lay low as we make our way over to our next story destination, which is in the posh part of Heliodor, you know, where those four big buildings are. Unfortunately, the guards are not going to let us through. So if we just head over there, I'll show you briefly. That is the case. We can't even get up to the first step here, and Erik holds us back, which means we're going to need to find an alternative route into those shops. Fortunately, I'm here to show you how to do that, and it's quite interesting but not all that difficult. So starting at the church here, we're going to begin by making our way over to the east, in particular to the very next building to the right hand side of the church. So what we're going to do is head up these steps here, and around the back of this building, we can speak to this guy if we want to, but it's not essential. He just gives us a little bit of information about Dirk, and pretty much warns us there's going to be some platforming involved here. And there's actually an optional bit of platforming we can do as well, so we're going to do that first. We're going to make our way up here to this ladder, and then we're going to climb up onto the roof of the house here. And the aim is to get back over to the church that we just came from, but onto the roof of the church, which you can see over there. Fortunately, somebody's left this handy rope here. Why this is here, I'm not sure. It's a little bit too high up to hang your washing, so I guess it's just for people that like to do a bit of tightrope walking. And luckily, we know how to do that. Don't ask me how we know, but we do. Okay, so we want to go this way. Yeah, there's another rope there, which will take us into that section where the building is that we need to get to. But before we do that, let's head over onto this side, and we can see there's a chest over there, and that chest contains a mini medal. Now be prepared to fall, and you might have to climb back up if you do. Well, you will have to climb back up if you do, but don't get too stressed. You'll get there in the end. You want to do a nice jump here, and it is quite tight off the edge of this precipice from the church over onto that roof over there. Yeah, there we go, first time. And there's the chest with the mini medal. Now, I don't actually know any other way back across to where we just were there, apart from heading back the exact same way that we just came. So we'll jump down here, this side, and make our way back around this house, and repeat that platforming section once more. And this time, of course, when we get to the roof of the church, we're going to use the second tightrope. Here we are then, back at that rope that I told you about and showed you a moment ago. So we're going to head across. And once again, we're not going to be able to get too close to the guards, who are just over that way there. You see the top of the stairs? Otherwise, Erik is going to have a paddy fit at us. And we don't want that. So we're going to start by heading into this house here, to the southeast. So the bottom right of those four houses, and we'll get a cutscene.
Wow, nice place you got here.
Welcome, welcome. Feel free to browse. You'll find we only stock the very finest wares.
That's good, because I'm looking for something very special indeed. Happen to have any orbs in stock?
Erik!
Long time no see, old pal.
Erik! My brother, my compadre, my partner in crime! It's really you! Large as life and fighting fit! I'm so happy to see you!
You have no shame, huh? Get your backstabbing hands off of me! You always were full of it, Dirk, but this really takes the cake. Admit it. You sold me out and sold the orb so you could buy this place, didn't you?
I never! I promise you, I never sold you out. I was worried sick about you. I only opened this place to try and help you.
Oh, yeah. And how does that work, exactly? How does you opening this place and lining your pockets while I rot in jail help me?
Look, I was never much of a thief, you know that. But it turns out I know how to sell stuff. I got the gift, even if I do say so myself. When you got nabbed, I spent months racking my brains for ways of busting you out. I couldn't stand the thought of you being in there. In the end, I realised I'd have to give up the orb. I took it to the king, told him I found it somewhere, and pocketed the reward. Then I used the cash to open up the shop here, and poured all my profits into bribing the guards up at the castle so they'd let you escape.
Now that you mention it, I did think it was weird they never tossed my cell the whole time I was digging that hole.
Exactly. I was paying them to turn a blind eye, weren't I?
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I doubted you, partner.
That's the spirit. Erik, old pal, it's so good to have you back.
But I need that orb. And now we don't even know where it is.
Oh, yes, we do. Right this way, gentlemen.
Right, so we get control again at this point, and it seems like Erik was a little bit too quick to judge his partner in crime, as he referred to him as. Right, so what we're going to do now is head up to the second floor. There's actually another mini medal we can get from up here. And let's just follow the corridor around. There we go. And I believe it's this middle pot here, if I'm not mistaken. Might have to break the others first, though. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Another mini medal. So 2 in 1 episode. That's not too shabby, is it? And nothing in there, but just thought I'd check. Right, now once we've grabbed that, we can go back downstairs. And if we head outside, I think we'll get another cutscene involving Dirk as well, telling us what it is we need to do in order to get the orb. So we'll go down here, and we don't need to speak to him manually. It happens automatically.
So, where is it?
After I handed over the orb, I made sure to keep my ears to the ground about where it ended up. I knew it was important to you, see? Well, a little bird tells me that Erik and his men took it to the King's Barrow, and it's been under lock and key there ever since.
The King's Barrow, huh?
Mm-hmm.
That's southeast of town. Same direction as Cobblestone. Which means we can kill 2 birds with 1 stone. You coming, Dirk? A little adventure for old time's sake?
Sorry, no can do. I got a shop to run, and I'm a married man these days.
Married? Wow, you really have changed. Well, you always said you wanted to settle down and maybe go into business someday. I'm happy for you. We'd better get going. Take care, Dirk, and thanks for everything.
You too, old pal. Be lucky, eh? And don't you two go doing anything I wouldn't do.
The south gate is crawling with guards. We won't be walking out that way. And Hendrik's men are too uptight to take bribes. Guess we'll have to go the long way round. If we skirt round the hills to the south, we should be able to approach the King's Barrow from the other side. We can drop into Cobblestone on the way. Okay, let's head back downtown.
Watch yourselves out there, eh? They don't call that forest round there the Mangle Grove for nothing. There's plenty go in there and never come out.
It'll take more than a few kid stories to scare us off. And besides, it's the only way to get there.
Right, so we've got our next destination in mind. and that's going to be King's Barrow. But before we head over there, it's actually a good idea now to grab a few more treasures that are available in the area. So we're going to head back down to downtown, and we still can't go this way, can we? Oh no, we can. Look, the guards have moved now, so we haven't got to traipse around going through the alternative pathing system, shall we say, in order to go in and out of this area. In order to reach the downtown area then, I'm sure you know this already, just head over to the eastern part of town, and we're just going to go down exactly the same way we came up previously. So through this tunnel, underground system, whatever you want to call it, and that should bring us out into the location itself. And there's going to be a couple of platforming opportunities here in order to grab some treasures. So let me just get my own bearings here. Okay, we're going to start by heading over to the west part of town. We're actually looking for some ladders. Okay. So just start by heading all the way over here. And we can see there's two ladders. Actually, there's one on the left directly ahead of us, and one on the right directly ahead of us. Okay, so what we need to do then is first of all make our way up this ladder. And I believe there's a nice seed we can grab, a stat seed. So we'll just work our way up the next as well. Just make sure there's nothing in these pots, but I don't believe there is. Oh, no, there is 12 gold coins. There you go. It pays to break. Pays to break things. A lesson I was never taught growing up. But a lesson that's very important when you're playing a JRPG. And let's just keep walking across here, breaking everything as we go. Chimera Wing. I don't think you can fall off these ledges, by the way. So don't worry too much about being cautious with the analog stick there. Use the planks on the left at your own risk. Right, so we've got a rope here. But before we do that, we can actually drop down carefully, so you don't go off the other platform as well, and grab this treasure chest. And that contains a Brazilian guinea. I'm not exactly sure what that item is. I guess we'll find out sooner rather than later, though. And now what we're going to do is make our way up the opposite ladder. Okay, so there was a rope that, you know, crossed the sides, but I think we can access that from the other side anyway. So we haven't got to go up the same side there. And this ladder, I believe, is only available by the platforming here. So we'll jump up the ledge. Come on, up we go. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and cross the rope here. But before we do that, just check there's nothing else hiding. Nope. Right, and this is the seed I was telling you about in this chest over here. So this is, you know, definitely an important item to grab. Okay, we can't actually access the other side from here. I'm just going to check if there's anything across that rope that we could cross over there. You know, the one that we dropped down from to grab that chest? Well, here I am on the other side of the rope. And if we just run across this plank here, there's two breakable pots on the other side. And there's a chunk of flintstone, so you're welcome to go ahead and come across if you want to get that. Just speak to this guy as well. Ah, he wants a flintstone. We'll tell him yes. This is kind of like a little mini quest thing, isn't it? And since we've just looted a flintstone, quite a handy place to put one, right next to him. Oh look, we opened a secret area. see where it leads us to. So it just basically takes us to the western alley of Heliodor, and it's now labelled shortcut, so this will take us back then to the entrance, close enough anyway, of the downtown Heliodor region. So it's a good little thing to have, I guess, for the cost of a flintstone, and I'll be using it in a moment. I'm just going to go one quick round the city once more, see if there's any items that we've missed, and I'll let you know if there is. And then we'll carry on and exit the region altogether as we make our way towards the quest objective. So I have just been going around breaking a couple of pots. I think I've grabbed a couple of medicinal herbs that I hadn't picked up before, and a copper ore, but nothing too exciting. So I think we already read this one, didn't we? This was part of the quest that we did earlier. I'll just skip through this. Yeah, you can check the bookcases out as well. Some of them do contain items and stuff, but I have already looted all this place, so no point going through it all again. Back towards the far western reaches then of downtown Heliodor, we're going to head through the tunnel, which will take us back into the foothills region that we traversed. I think it was the episode before last maybe, I can't remember. Not too long ago anyway. And our next destination is going to, hang on, cutscene time.
Any sign of them?
No, nothing. Let's search the town again.
Look at all those lights. They're pretty keen to find us, huh? We better steer clear of Heliodor until the heat dies down. All right, through the Mangle Grove and onto Cobblestone. Let's do this.
Okay, there we go. So the Mangle Grove is our next area, and you can see it's just down to the south there. So if you haven't already, it might be a good opportunity to stop by and save at the church, and also rest up as well, which you're able to do. Now, one thing I should mention is that it's probably a good point, a good moment in the game, I would say, just to make sure you've got a few abilities unlocked. So, for example, I've already got, if we go over to, not a party talk, go away. If we go over to Misk, character builder, Erik, for example, half inch is a useful ability to have, and if you can as well, you might want to go for deafness plus 10, but definitely try and have a half inch by this point, because that will allow you to steal items from enemies, which is going to come in really into its own very, very soon, because we'll be able to get some nice rare items by using this ability that we otherwise would not be able to get. And just make sure that your main hero is fully decked out, as much as possible, of course, at this stage of the game, with damaging abilities, depending on what weapons and build you're going for. Alright then guys, we're going to head over to the church at this point, and I think we'll call it quits there actually for the day. Gives me a chance to prep up for the next episode, since we're going to a new location, so I know what I'm doing and can show you and help you and guide you through that area. So thanks for stopping by today, folks. If you've enjoyed watching, don't forget to leave a like, and hopefully I'll see you all soon for more Dragon Quest XI. Take care, goodbye.